You can also both. You both. Me and Putu.
Again, Balakam is the only one I know in Tamil, excuse me. Within the war, there are twining between cities or between universities for peace. Just for example, our hometown in Florence in Italy, is twined with Hiroshima, where the first atomic bomb was thrown down and was destroyed. And so they made a twining between them to fight against the bombs, the atomic bombs. And my university in Florence is twined with the Gandhi University to prepare peace workers, people who can work for peace. So we decided as a family to twine ourselves with the family of Jagannatha Nekrisamal. We both worked with Satyagraha and with Sarvodaya to change our society, their Indian society with Italian society, to have a better country where we could do. So, the last word I will say on this. So our son, their son, Alessandra, you know, but the other three sons, my nephew, one is called Satya, is a name you know quite well, and Bhumi and Satya, their son are our son. So that is an important new way of working for peace, a trying of families to work together for a different world. So that is the starting of our love each other with the family.
போராட்டத்திலிருந்து அணு அழிப்பிலிருந்து மக்களை காப்பாற்ற வேண்டும் என்பதற்காக பல போராட்டங்கள் செய்தோம். அது மட்டுமல்ல, இங்கே இருக்கின்ற கிருஷ்ணமால் ஜெகநாதன் அண்ணாச்சியுடைய குழந்தைகள் சத்யா, பூமி அண்ணா அவர்கள், அதை போன்று எங்களிடத்தில் எங்கள் பிள்ளைகள் சந்திரா, அவருடைய மகன், இவர்கள் அவர்களும் மகனாகவும் இந்த பிள்ளைகள் சத்யாவையும் பூமியையும் இவர்கள் பிள்ளையாகவும் பாவித்து ஒரே குடும்பமாக இருந்து இந்த சத்தியாகிரகத்தை நாங்கள் நடத்தினோம். ஒரு நல்ல ஒரு குடும்ப ஒற்றுமையாக.
Then yesterday I participated to the work of the group, and it came out. Bhumi asked me to say some word of conclusion of the meeting, and it came out 7 words that I think can be considered the 7 words for a non-violent revolution worldwide, on the Gandhian level. We need a revolution from the grassroots and the world level. And these are the same words came out and I will explain now.
நேற்று நடந்த கூட்டத்திலே இறுதியாக மதிப்புக்குரிய சகோதரர் பூமி அண்ணா அவர்கள் ஒரு சில வார்த்தைகள் சொல்ல வேண்டும் என்று கேட்டுக்கொண்டார்கள். அதிலே சில வார்த்தைகள் பேச வேண்டும் என்று நினைத்தேன். அதிலே சில 7
say the 7 words after I will explain each of them. A clear vision, first. Second, organization. Third, education. 4, peace. 5, strength. 6, joy. 7, love.
இந்த 7 வார்த்தைகள் என்ன என்று சொன்னால், முதலிலே தெளிவான நோக்கம், கிளியர் விஷன். இரண்டாவதாக நிறுவனம், ஒரு நிறுவனமாக இருந்து எவ்வாறு செயல்பட வேண்டும். மூன்றாவதாக கல்வி. நான்காவதாக அமைதி. ஐந்தாவதாக பலம். ஆறாவதாக ஆனந்தம், ஜாய். ஏழாவதாக அன்பு, லவ். இந்த ஏழையும் நான் சற்று விளக்கி சொல்கிறேன்.
So, to start to the clear vision, to change the world, we must have very clear what kind of world we want to have, whereby we want to go for. So we have a clear idea of going in a world completely different, in which it's not the globalization of markets, or not the globalization of economy, of capitalism, etc., but a different world in which solidarity, peace, understanding each other are very important points to arrive to. So this is the first. We want a world more justice, without exploitation, without all the bad things that are actually in Iran. All over the world there are struggles to have a better water, to have a better environment, a better economy, etc. But these struggles are often not connected between the others. There is no networking between each of them. And they are especially local and not at the national or international level. So we have to network all these struggles to try to do a better world and overcome the, often we say, not in my garden, everyone is interested to his struggle to do better in his place, but is not interested to see what is going on the other. Our garden must be the world garden. The world garden, so is all the world is our garden. So we must start a globalization from below.
Now,
the third word is education. We must start since when they are the young people, very young, to start to understand the other, to listen to the other, and to try to work with the other, common work, because it's only with other we can change. We cannot do it by ourselves. We have to work with the other, and we must start since we are very young to work with the other. So the education is a fundamental to change this situation. Fourth word is peace. We must have peace in our heart and in all four directions in the world: south, north, east, and west. And so it's not easy, but we must work for it. And especially we must have peace toward the nature is around us, because we men are ruining our nature around us. So we must start to understand and to love our nature, for peace. The fifth word is strength. The non-violence is the stronger power we have, but we must learn how to use, to change our environment, to change ourselves, to change the other. And so it's very important to create a strength of non-violence, because now non-violence is much outside in the world. It's considered so well. In Italy, for example, they put the military to teach peace. On the contrary, with military, we will never have peace. So it's important to create non-violence as a powerful word. The sixth word is joy. You see, the nature around us is wonderful. Tamil Nadu is wonderful. Kerala is wonderful. Many of the countries of India are wonderful. Italy and Florence are wonderful countries. But so we must be joyful for what we have around us. But we must be joyful to help the nature, the situation around us, to help to be better than now, because there are many things that are not good It's always to have a different economy, joyful to try to do something very new to change our situation. And so the joy is very important in our world. And the last word is love. You see, Gandhi has taught us that we must not love only our friends, our family, but we must love also our enemies. And that is the most difficult thing to do also for personal experience. But we must learn from Gandhi that we must not kill our adversary, not hate him, but try to convert him, to let him understand what we want and why we want a different world, and try to have him as a helper and not an adversary. So that is very important. And I think that love is the strongest things we have, much more than electricity, much more than science, much of everything. So love is a very important thing to work with, to help to change our world.
ஏழாவதாக அன்பு பற்றி சொல்கிறார்கள். அன்பு மிக ஒரு முக்கியமான ஒரு புனிதமான ஒன்று. இதை நாம் நம்மளிடத்திலே நம் குடும்பத்தாரிடம் நண்பர்களிடம் மட்டும்தான் அன்பு காட்ட வேண்டும் என்பதை நாம் நினைத்துக் கொண்டிருக்கின்றோம். ஆனால் மகாத்மா காந்தியிடம் கற்றுக்கொள்ள வேண்டியது என்னவென்றால், அவர் கற்றுத் தந்தது என்னவென்றால், எதிரிகளையும் நாம் அன்பு காட்ட வேண்டும், எதிரிகளையும் நேசிக்க வேண்டும். அவர்களிடத்தில்
So thank you to all of you for listening to me, thank to Raja for translating, and thank for
இதுவரை என்னுடைய பேச்சை கேட்டுக்கொண்டிருந்த அனைவருக்கும் என்னுடைய மனமார்ந்த நன்றியையும் பாராட்டுதலையும் தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். இந்த ஆர்கனைஸ் பண்ண அத்தனை நண்பர்களுக்கும் எங்களுடைய நன்றியை தெரிவித்துக் கொள்கிறேன். நன்றி, வணக்கம். அண்ணாஜி அவர்கள் நான் கிட்ட சொல்லுங்கள்.